I'm now sober for 130 days almost from weed. And that's a huge achievement for myself. I'm also very proud that I reached 4 months. Because I started smoking weed when I was 14. And I really got into when I was 15, 16, up to 18, also 19. I'm 19 years old. So in this video I want to talk about the benefits of the sobriety from weed. Because I think it's addiction many people struggle to come over with. Last time I smoked weed was the 9th of November 2024. So as I said, almost 130 days, 4 months. And I really experienced some benefits of being sober from weed. First thing I noticed is I'm not really losing stuff in the sense of forgetting my keys, losing my AirPods or something like that. I can remember when I smoked weed quite often. I would lose things all the time. My headphones, parts of my clothing, my keys, all these smaller things. That's quite a benefit, I think. The next thing is more mental. I really noticed is when you have a clear head, clear thoughts, you're really experiencing every problem you have in your life so much more and so much more intense. In the last couple of weeks, this was quite overwhelming for me, if I'm being honest. If you're used to being stoned in your room or outside, you're quite in a different place and you really can shut up these voices in your head or these problems. But if you're clear from weed, I would say you're experiencing every problem in your life with 10 times intensity. So your thoughts are getting clearer, but also your problems getting clearer. But at the same time you have more ability to solve the problems because you're sober. But I think that's a phenomenon I got very overwhelmed with the first time being sober. Another good point of being sober from weed is that my sleep is just wonderful. These four months of sobriety. I couldn't tell you one day I had a difficult time fall asleep. It's just wonderful. If I was stoned every day, it was quite difficult, especially on the days where, for example, I smoked 3 days in a row, weed every day, and then the 4th day I would stop, and then it would be really hard to fall asleep. And that's just awful. It's just a fucking miserable state in your bed. And the thing is, you think about to smoke some more before you go to bed, so you can sleep, and that's very fucked up in my opinion. So for the 4 months I had wonderful sleep. Also, I really starting to dreaming again, more or less. I'm not a big dreamer, but now I really think I'm experiencing more dreams in my sleep, and that's also a good thing. But the biggest change, or the biggest, not a benefit, but it's a realization, is you stop hanging out with a lot of people. Especially when your social circle was built around getting stoned all day. That's quite the biggest change I've experienced, because I stopped hanging out with like 90% of people, and that's a big realization. You will realize who are your real friends and who are not. And the other reason is because when you really want to stop smoking weed, especially in the first few weeks, it's not a really good idea to be at the function and to be at the sesh. Definitely not standing right there in the hotbox with the boys. But yeah, the friends part is, I think, the hardest pill to swallow for me personally. But overall, I wouldn't say I feel good, because now I have all these problems I deal with, I haven't dealt with over the years, and everything is coming back to me and haunt me. But now I'm able to solve these problems over time. And overall, yes, I enjoy the clearness in my head. And everyone who's struggling to quit smoking weed, and I know there's a voice in your head that tells you every time you are better than this, could reach all your dreams, all you have planned for the future if you quit now. This voice will not get away. So the only thing you can do if you have this voice in your head to just stop, man. Stop smoking weed. Thank you for watching. Bye.